and a very warm welcome to the entire ECLAT team who's here to now launch the new office in Vijayawada. Now, first off, it really inspires me to see Telugupreneurs. The Honorable Chief Minister way back in 1994 spoke about Telugus taking over various sectors, not only in India but across the globe. Today we actually see that. And as part of that, it's inspiring to see Karthik, what he has come to achieve and the kind of businesses that they've come to build. Honestly, I'm very envious in his ability to think and actually execute. Execution part is Sneha, so he's very lucky in that sense. While everyone else is looking at going to other major cities, it was Karthik and Sneha who believed in Tier 2 cities. I remember very well when Sneha told me back that they're going to Karimnagar. And it's really exciting to see the kind of ecosystem that they've built in Karimnagar. And now with open hands, we are now welcoming them to our great capital city, Amravati and Vijayawada here. Today it's not just about a launch of a company. It's a launch of dreams, dignity, and digital empowerment. I'm really happy to know that we are now, I see close to 300 young kids in front of me who have gotten the first job. And it's really heartening to hear that they're going to scale up to another 1,000 people getting jobs here in Amravati and Vijayawada. That will be possible if all of you are very disciplined. You are the brand ambassadors of Andhra Pradesh. It is important that we work hard. It is important that we have the commitment. It's important to see projects through. If you give a bad experience to them, then they're not going to come back to Vijayawada. So as important as it is for me to welcome companies, as first-time employees, you have to give your full commitment to companies like ECLAT, and I expect this from all of you here. And in fact, I was talking to them on the role of AI and how would it transform this particular sector. And Karthik was very honest. He said AI is here, which is true. It's important to embrace AI. It is important to understand the role of AI in our lives. So as you go about doing this, it's very important to embrace AI, learn from it. And one thing that the Honorable Chief Minister tells us again and again is that we have to be lifelong learners. It's important to understand where sectors are going and what can we learn in terms of new technologies. Our commitment as a state, the IT sector is in Visakhapatnam, no second thoughts about it. However, we also believe that cities like Vijayawada, Rajahmundry, Kakinada, Nellore, Anantapur, Tirupati, Kurnool have an amazing role to play in building up the entire ecosystem. If you look at it, since 2014, as a political establishment, we've always said, one state, one capital, but decentralized development. That is how Kia Motors went to Anantapur. Renewable energy companies went to Kurnool and Anantapur. Electronics manufacturing is now grounded in Kadapa and Chittoor district. Nellore has gotten a lot of diversified companies. We recently laid foundation stone for LG. Daikin is coming in and numerous other companies are coming into Nellore. If you look at Amravati, the capital city, this is where the future of IT is going to be, which is quantum computing. We are getting the first 150 qubit quantum computer in South Asia coming to Amravati. A lot of you are scratching your head saying, what is quantum? I was exactly in the same boat. I had to go to ChatGPT to understand what is quantum computing. Honestly, we are blessed to have a Chief Minister like Mr. Naidu, who looks 20 years ahead. Though he's at 75 years old, he is 25 years at heart. And he's able to understand the technology that's coming ahead of us, which is quantum computing. And we're really excited to build the entire ecosystem here. Between the East-West Godavari districts, Aqua is going to take off in a very big way. North Andhra, Pharma, we're going to get also India's largest steel plant, which is the ArcelorMittal plant coming there. And numerous other companies in medical devices manufacturing, specifically in IT services also. Quite a few companies are coming to Visakhapatnam and the greater region of North Andhra. So why am I sharing all this with you? It's important to understand what are the opportunities that are available in Andhra Pradesh. But parallelly, it's also important to understand the importance of having a very strong, visionary and committed leader. A lot of people ask me this question. They said, Telangana has Hyderabad, Tamil Nadu has Chennai, Bangalore has Karnataka. They asked me, what do you have? I said, I have a brand called Chandrababu Naidu. Today, if companies are coming to Andhra Pradesh, that is because of a brand called Chandrababu Naidu. Wherever he goes, he carries that image and aura. We are able to open doors for you. So it's important that we actually recognize this while we go about doing, our day-to-day work. I remember very well during my Padayatra in GD Nellore constituency, it was the last village before my night hall. I met a lady called Mohana. She was sitting on the street side and making bhajis. I was feeling very hungry. So I asked her, can I come sit and have a conversation with you? She said, please come. Please be seated. And she was making hot bhajis. So I asked her a question. I said, as a government, what are you expecting from us? Then she shared her life story. How she lost her husband to liquor. And for almost 30 years, she sat in that same place, making bhajis, saving money, educating both her sons. And all she asked from me is to find jobs for them. And that has had a profound impact on me. That is when, as part of our electoral promise, we said, we will create 20 lakh jobs here in Andhra Pradesh. So far, we have entered into an MOUs to create close to 1 million, 10 lakh jobs across sectors. We have grounded companies that will create close to 6 lakh jobs. So Andhra Pradesh is on a hyperdrive. A lot of people ask me, like other states are doing interesting work, how are you going to differentiate from them? I said we deliver on speed of doing business. ArcelorMittal project got closed on a Zoom call. Aditya Mittal is a very dear friend of the family. When I heard that they're actually looking for land to set up a steel plant, I just asked him, saying, let's do a quick Zoom call. He asked for 3 specific things for us to deliver. And I said, by tomorrow morning, India Standard Time, I'll commit on it. I spoke to the CM, the Honorable Chief Minister, and he agreed on all 3. And that's how we actually ended up getting ArcelorMittal project to Andhra Pradesh. It's not just that. Renew, which is one of India's premier renewable energy company, together with Sinhaji, I laid foundation stone in Anantapur to bring in the solar and wind production into play. Then I told him to make Andhra Pradesh his second home. And true to that spirit, yesterday in SAPB we cleared manufacturing plant that is going to manufacture solar wafers and ingots. So that is how hard the state government is working to create jobs for the youth of Andhra Pradesh and the youth of India. So what you are going to do in this company, how you are going to build your career in this company will be a testimony to the rest of the youngsters here in Andhra Pradesh. So it's very, very important to leave a good legacy as young people, as you go about doing your job. It's important to have stability, to be very focused. There are no shortcuts to success. All of you sitting there might be thinking, Lokesh, he had his life easy. And I like to share 2 specific experiences of my life. I have always chosen a road less traveled. In 2019, I contested from a constituency called Mangalgiri. And Mangalgiri as a constituency, my party did not win since 1985. So we only won it once, 1985. After that, we did not win it. I lost with 5,300 votes. The first day, I did feel bad. But from second day, I said, no, I'll work here. I'll be committed. 5 years, let's rewrite history. And in 2024 elections, I won Mangalgiri with one of the highest ever majority in Andhra Pradesh history. Why am I sharing this with you? Life is never a straight line. Life is never a trajectory all the way going up. You will have many challenges, many challenges in life. But you should have the spirit to take it on. You should have the guts to put a horse blinder and say, that is my goal. Till I deliver that goal, I will not sleep. And that is what I am expecting from all of you here. And to the women here, I have specific requests.